Okay, let's get started. So, when people talk about comfort zones, they make it sound cozy, like you're wrapped up in something warm, like staying is a choice you're making because it feels good. That's not what it felt like from the inside. Not for me, anyway. From the inside, it felt like nothing. No motivation, no inspiration, no excitement. I had no idea what passion or ambition even felt like. And I think at some point, the anxiety just took over. Because at least anxiety was something to feel. That was my comfort zone. Not warmth, just familiar emptiness with anxiety filling in the gaps. And here's what I didn't understand then: my comfort zone wasn't just a feeling, it wasn't just people either, it was environments too. I stayed in jobs long past the point they were working for me. Not because I loved them, because I knew how to survive them. I knew the rhythm. I knew what was expected. I knew how to show up, do a good job, follow the direction of whoever was in charge, and get through the day. That's what I grew up watching. You listen to the authority figures, you do what's expected, you don't rock the boat. So I didn't, even when something in me knew I had outgrown it, even when I woke up dreading it, even when staying cost me more than leaving ever would. Familiar felt safer than unknown, even when familiar was suffocating. And then there were the people. My relationships, friendships, family, significant others. There was always something to work on, something to fix, something to talk about, to fixate on, and in a way, that gave me a little bit of purpose. Something to do, something to focus on, something that wasn't me. I had no idea I was doing this. Think about the people in your life right now. Is there someone you keep showing up for even when it costs you? Someone whose problems you know better than your own? Someone you've been trying to fix, help, or save for longer than you can remember? That's not love. That's familiarity wearing love's clothes. And the falling outs always came. They never lasted long, but then new ones would begin. New people, same dynamic, new faces, same feeling. But here's what's interesting about that cycle. Every time a relationship ended, there was a brief moment of relief, like something heavy had been put down. But then, almost immediately, without even realizing it, I was drawn to someone new who felt exactly the same. Different person, same feeling, same dynamic. I probably didn't even have the time to feel a loss because it was replaced so quickly, over and over. Because what I was actually doing, unconsciously, automatically, was choosing people who fit inside my comfort zone. People who needed fixing, people whose chaos felt familiar, whose drama gave me just enough purpose to keep going without ever having to look at myself. The ego was running the show, and the ego felt safe with what it already knew, even when what it knew was hard, even when it came with toxicity, even when it came with drama and hardship and the same painful cycle repeating, because that's all it knew. Listen, the people we choose don't end up in our lives by accident. We draw them in, unconsciously, based on what feels familiar, based on what our ego recognizes as safe. And here's what happened when I finally started to change. When the beliefs started to shift, when I started doing the real work, the people around me started to shift too. Not overnight and not without loss. This time, the loss felt different. This time, I slowed down enough to actually feel it. And when I did, all the grief I never allowed myself to feel before came rushing in at once. Every relationship that ended before I had time to grieve it, every loss that got replaced too quickly to feel, it all caught up with me. And underneath all of it, the deepest, oldest belief of all surfaced: I am unlovable. Not a new thought, just the one that had been running underneath everything the whole time. The one every relationship had been confirming without me ever questioning it. And I want to say something directly to you if you've ever felt that. The love you were looking for outside of yourself, in the relationships, in the fixing, in being needed, it was conditional. And you kept creating a reality that confirmed it because that's what you believed love was. But love doesn't have to come from others. It doesn't have to come from your environment. It doesn't have to be earned or performed for or proven. It comes from within, and it's been there all along. So look at the people around you right now. The patterns in your friendships and relationships that never seem to change no matter who the person is. They're not there by accident. All these people are doing is reaffirming and validating a deeply rooted belief that you are carrying about yourself. That's not coincidence. That's a mirror. And the moment you change what you believe, what you see in that mirror starts to change too. Nobody told me I was comfortable being uncomfortable. Now I'm telling you. And hey, continue this journey with me, because what I discovered on the other side, I couldn't have imagined it from where I was standing. But it's there, and it's so worth it. Every bit of it. You've been listening to Nobody Told Me. If you made it to the end, I see you. Like, subscribe, and I'll be back with more.